So here is my new car. It's a 2011 Subaru WRX. It's the first year of the wide body. As you can see, it has a much wider stance than this narrow body. I think it's over an inch wider in both the front and rear. So this has the 265 horsepower EJ255 with 244 pound-feet of torque. Big hood scoop for the top-mounted intercooler because turbocharged. 17-inch wheels, and of course it's the sedan because I like the sedan more than the hatchback. I just kind of wanted something that was pretty much the same as my car except for an evolution. Oh, and also actual fog lights and a sunroof and heated seats. Also, pretty much completely rust free, dent free, and relatively scratch free. It has a clear bra. I don't know, you can see there's the edge, so very little rock chips on the thin Subaru paint. And another fun fact, has a claimed 0 to 60 time of 4.7 seconds on Car and Driver. So it's no slouch by any means. It's a lot. It has actually 95 more horsepower than this does, which is a 50% increase in power over this, and a lot more tuning potential. So here's the engine, here's the intercooler, here's the turbo. This is a VF 52 turbo, making I think 14.2 psi at its max boost level. Completely stock exhaust with the catted downpipe. What else here? I mean, that's pretty much it. Stock BPV. This car is 100% stock, minus the tiny interior bits I've done. Now onto the interior. Stock WRX seats, full leather. This is the premium package, so obviously there's going to be full leather and the sunroof and heated seats, as I mentioned earlier. I'll just step in. So yeah, you got your climate controls here. These are a lot better, a lot more upscale looking than the ones in that car right there. And then yeah, stock head unit. And the only modified things of this car are, of course, my shift boot, which is real leather, along with this, which perfectly matches the stitching, and my e-brake boot. And then finally my racing weighted shift knob. That kind of lends to the interior quite well. It looks really nice. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's very clean. No tears, and I don't know what they did in those like 2 years of development from the interior from this car to that, or that car to this, but it seems like it's been more upscale. I guess look at the door card cover things and whatnot. I mean, it's not, I mean, it still kind of feels a little bit cheap, like, but it's not terrible. Like, it's not like McLaren quality. So one thing I wanted to share was the gauge cluster here. I thought it was really cool. I finally get hot and cold temperature readings, and also this cool center mounted gauge, the tachometer. It's just like a Porsche 911, and yeah, speed is all the same as that. Tops out at 142 miles per hour. Won't really be going that fast though. I don't like to go that fast, but we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the interior. Here is a back view. No mud flaps. I think I like that look now, actually. But you get this pretty cool rear bumper with a dual, or quad, what I meant to say, quad exhaust tips. And obviously the spoiler. I don't really like the STI spoiler, but I really like this one. It's pretty subtle. That's pretty much it. I will go back inside and talk about plans. So now that I've done the walk around, I just kind of wanted to go back into the story of how I got the car. So yeah, it was right after the day of the engine failure. I was looking on the classified. I found a couple of examples, and there's one in like plasma blue. It was a kind of cool color, and then I saw one in the gray metallic, and it had lower kilometers, and the price difference was, it was essentially the same price. And yeah, my dad and I, we went and we took a look at it, and I was like, "Ooh, this thing has some punch." It's like one of the fastest cars I've driven personally. Anyways, so we ended up buying the car the next day, and we're trying to figure out insurance and how to get it to the racetrack, because my dad was very persistent about wanting to go to the racetrack. So we ended up, couldn't get insurance. It was a long weekend. So we ended up towing the car with my truck all the way up there. And I followed Dad in his 911 993 Carrera 4. And then we went to the racetrack the next day, and yeah, saw some cool cars, learned my car a little bit, and on the stock suspension. It does not do corners as good as this. I was able to actually, in this car, I was able to out corner the 911, and also a couple other way more powerful cars. Never be able to outhandle a Miata though. Those things are ridiculous. There's a reason why they have gone up in price. Anyways, so yeah, I do the track day, and the car is a lot more powerful, and I'm going 20 kilometers an hour faster along the main straight than this car. So 150 kilometers an hour, which is like 94 miles per hour or something like that. And 20 kilometers doesn't sound like a huge difference, but when you're talking about braking zones, it actually makes a lot of difference. And keep in mind that the 2011 WRX also has the same, exact same brakes as this car. Why? Why would you do that? You have a car with 95 more horsepower, and a little bit heavier too, and you're putting the same brakes on it. So that's one of the things that I want to upgrade in the future. Go to bigger brakes, probably STI brakes. I didn't buy an STI. Main reason I didn't buy an STI is, I don't know, I just kind of, the WRX from that particular one is a little bit aggressive in terms of styling, but it's not like punch you in the face, massive lip, big ass spoiler, all that sort of stuff. I like the way it looks. That's kind of what attracted me to it. And I'm probably going to be doing some sort of power upgrade in the future, but that's long off. Probably not for another almost year, maybe less, maybe more. But main thing is reliability. I want to keep it reliable, safe. I want to do it the best way I can. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be a really, really clean build, and it's my daily, so I don't want to make anything too bad. But anyways, I have realized the reason I wanted the WRX is because everything from this Impreza, suspension wise, can fit onto the WRX. Exact same suspension. The only difference is the front sway bar. It's notched because the subframe is notched because the downpipe for the turbocharger. That's not true. I missed a part. On the narrow bodies, the front sway bar is the only difference. But on the wide bodies, they come with wider front control arms, or longer, I guess you could say. So since it's like the same track width as the STI, I figured I'd just upgrade to STI front control arms, because the ones on the WRX are just like standard stamped steel, not going to be holding up to rust very well. So I bought these alloy ones, just like OEM spec, but they're better, like way better than the standard WRX stuff. And I'll have to put my aftermarket white line stuff on it, that's on that car. But I mean, pretty much Lego cars, right? Like everything can transfer pretty much, except the STI is a little bit different. Like the mounting for the front struts is different on these cars, so that's kind of why I also bought a WRX, is because I can put most of my suspension onto the STIs, but not my coilovers. So I wanted something really subtle, or more subtle. It's not exactly subtle. I didn't think I needed that much power. The 6-speed would be nice to have just for security, and being on highway, of course, but I'm pretty pleased with how my WRX is. So yeah, I'll kind of build it a little bit like this, except more clean than this. This kind of went down, well, it was a dark path to begin with, and then once I kind of started doing more tasteful mods, it went away. But there's definitely some things I regret about this car, but it's on to better things. Shh, it's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here, and I hope you enjoyed my soliloquy of newness, and hopefully there'll be some videos going on soon, even though I haven't posted for like a year. Voice crack, sorry. The SC is still in shambles. Really nothing has progressed. I don't know when we're gonna get it done, but I have like a whole video that I haven't even posted from like over a year ago, or maybe less. I just wanted to finish doing some other things before I posted it, but time has gotten the better of me. Anyways, the video is way too long, so I have to cut it now. So farewell, have a good evening, goodbye.